Exciting indeed. I mean, Konu, I know that you've been down to the city of Gyeongju to cover a number of fascinating stories, and it must have been quite the experience to attend this event, this international event of such a big scale here in Korea. So how was it?
Just amazing, you know. It was absolutely a precious experience as a correspondent myself to cover so many different stories. But honestly, I don't even know how time flew because it was incredibly busy. I had to, interview Peru's head delegation, which is the previous host of the APEC event, and also I had to cover many cultural events going around in Gyeongju as well, such as the media art show that you've also watched through the show. And another highlight of global events like APEC is definitely the main dinner meal served to global leaders. And at this year's edition, Korean-American star chef Edward Lee took the lead, making it even more special. And I got to interview him as well. But before I give too much away, let's first savor the taste of Gyeongju. 400 guests fascinated by an authentic Korean-style meal served during the Economics Leaders Gala Dinner on Friday. Featuring Gyeongju specialties such as premium beef for galbichim or braised short ribs, and local greens for bibimbap, mixed rice with soy sauce and sesame oil, along with side dishes of tofu and white kimchi, were only some of the highlights. Behind all of this is Korean-American star chef Edward Lee, the head chef of the gala dinner, who was also the guest chef for the 2023 Korea-US Summit. Since kimchi cuisine went viral worldwide after the dinner during the 2005 edition of APEC in Busan, many are wondering what the next kimchi may be, and Yi answers.
I can't pick one favorite, but I hope the guests come away with a sense of history and a sense of the whole landscape of Korean cuisine, and we really want to feature special ingredients, we're featuring kamtae, persimmon, pine nuts, these to me are really symbolic.
A fusion of Western style combining traditional doenjang paste and rice cake with caramel made the dinner even more unique. That was even served in the mother-of-pearl box so the guests could take home a lasting memory. Yi stressed his goal was to introduce traditional Korean food in a modern, innovative way.
There's a beautiful history of Korean food that I don't want to change. There's another part of Korean food that's really innovative. I wanted to show how Korean ingredients can adapt and be innovative and really capture a global audience. People will go away and remember Korean cuisine as something that is just really, layered and subtle and delicate.
The paired dinner drinks have also drawn attention. One standout was the toast drink, Horangi Yuzu Korean rice wine, that won first place in the Agriculture Ministry's competition for toast drinks last September. As the dinner drinks chosen back in 2005, including Bokbunjaju, Korean blackberry wine, saw explosive growth afterward, even leading to export deals, expectations are high once again for this year's selection. And as the meal and paired drinks were showcased to a wide range of people, including leaders of APEC members, KFood's global momentum seems to show no signs of slowing down.
Well, Konu, we had our former culture correspondent Song Yu-jin have an online interview with Chef Edward Lee. Now you met him in person. I wish we could have him in the studio one day. And what
excellent.
I also wish is to get a taste of this food. But Konu, can you tell us a little bit more about the food featured at the gala dinner?
I wish I had the opportunity to taste that as well. But anyways, just talking about food on a live TV show is one of my favorite things to do. So I'll definitely go on with it. So the dinner consisted of 2 appetizers, 2 main dishes, and also 1 dessert. And 2 of those were actually created specially for the dinner by Chef Edward Lee himself. The first was crab salad with cured persimmon and pine nut sauce. Yi said he wanted to showcase the soft and delicate flavors of Korean cuisine beyond the well-known spiciness of kimchi. The other new creation was the dessert I mentioned in my coverage called 한입, meaning bite size. It was a roasted pine nut pie with doenjang caramel paired with rice cake and chrysanthemum tea from Chirisan Mountain. As a lot of local ingredients, including some from Gyeongju, were used, Chef Yi shares the reason behind this.
Obviously, the local chefs here were more instrumental in picking those ingredients, but obviously the summit is here. We want to show the best of Korean ingredients and Korean food, and so all as much as we can, We want to show the beauty of this neighborhood. And I know this district, even though I haven't been here very much, I know this district or this region is known for really quality ingredients. So it's really special to be able to feature and highlight that.
So I even asked Chef Lee if there's any chance if members of the public, like Soa, could try his newly created dishes in the near future. He smiled and said, who knows? Though he added he doesn't have any concrete plans just yet.
That brings a smile to my face.
Yes, and that's actually quite interesting because I watched a video of him recently about his new restaurant, and he did mention that doenjang caramel sauce, which was very interesting, I might say. But I'm also curious about the drinks featured at the dinner, Konu.
So as I think rice wine is one of the most must-try thing when coming to Korea, these guests, leaders of the APEC members, also had the chance during the dinner because the yuzu rice wine was used for this year's toast drink. And I did try the original flavor of the horangi rice wine before, and it was actually really good. So I'm assuming this yuzu version would be just as delicious. And back in 2005, when APEC was held in Busan, one of the dinner drinks, Felinus lintius. This is so hard to pronunciate. But anyways, fermented liquor. Lintius. Fermented liquor saw sales surge by more than 38 times its pre-summit level. So hopefully next time I can come back to the studio to talk about another success story for the rice wine.
That would be fantastic. And with the rice wine, you were talking about makgeolli, right?
Right.
Yes, that would be fantastic. And thank you for that wonderful coverage, Konu.
Thank you, Konu.
Thank you, guys.